Today is Monday the 23rd, and we're not doing a live stream because YouTube just kept shutting off on me when I was trying to do the live stream. It's letting me do everything else on YouTube, but the live stream kept shutting off. And so after 30 minutes, I figured, you know what? I didn't want y'all to keep coming back if it was going to keep cutting off. And so we're going to do that another day this week. And I did do a short to keep y'all updated. But today we're doing In My Dreams, Sassy Fairy, Salem Cosmetics collab, and this is what it looks like. Hopefully it's not going to be too messy. We're going to go in with this shade first. This is one of the Esum V27s, and this shade is Sweet Dreams. And I remember I sang part of that song before when I used this the first time. And I had asked who sings it, and I think somebody commented it was the Eurythmics that sing that song. But so we're going to put this on the first portion of the lid. I have not used this palette in a while. This is only the fourth look, I think, with this. I'm wondering if we did columns or rows before, because it is set up like this is a look, this is a look, and this is a look. So I'm wondering if that's what I did. Because like as usual, I didn't look through my gallery to see what looks we did before. So this is that shade over there. We're going to put it on the other side. And I had so much stuff to do in that live stream, but hopefully you'll see that before this, and I'm sure we'll talk about it. But anyway, yeah, I do like doing the multi-look, multi-palette videos, and I think I am getting a little quicker with how I do it to keep editing short and to keep the videos still in my usual time frame of like 35-45 minutes, I think, because my videos do be long. But I am aware of the time, and I don't want to take up too much of your time, but sometimes stuff just does take time. So that is that look, and it looks like it's more here, but when I look in the mirror down here, it looks like it's more here than here, and it's just the nature of this shadow, the dual chrome aspect of it. So you see how it's changing color. So we're going to take a clean brush and go into Hallucination, this shade here in the middle. And this is not as flaky as this one. And I don't know if you can see like on the edges where it's coming up, those are just flakes. But this one isn't doing that. This one is just, excuse me, picking up more on the brush, which I like. And it is a very, I don't know how to describe the texture. It goes on smooth, as you see, and even though it picks up and it looks smooth and it looks like a lot on the brush, wherever I put the brush, that's where it goes and that's where it stays, like this lump right here. And so it's really making me work to try to blend it out, which is okay. I do have a little bit of fallout, not a lot, and y'all know I don't really care too much about fallout. It's an easy fix for when I do. Oh gosh, it got in my eye. Damn, it got in my eye, like for real. I can feel it. Jeepers. There's a gap right here that I'm trying to fill in, and I think we did it. Let's move to the other eye, because this eye is, and I can feel, I just felt the chunk fall on my face. I felt it bounce and roll. But these are nice shadows. It is a learning curve to it. And so I am glad that I did use this brush, because it is allowing me to like press into it, get it on. And when I tap off a lot, it's not tapping off. Surprisingly, this eye is not tearing, even though I can feel the shadow in my eye every time I blink. So we are overlapping that first shade. The first shade gave me more fallout than the second shade, which makes sense because the first shade is more flaky. On our inner rims and lower lash line, shoot, I dropped the plastic. Matte Color Excess Gel Pencil Eyeliner Glider Dye. Ouch, my back cracked. I am just all sorts of a lot of different things lately. So hopefully things will go well with the live stream, and you'll have seen it before this video. And again, today is September 23rd. And so, yeah, I don't know what else to say, because whatever I say, it'll be past tense by the time you see this. So this is, I'm trying to see if I want to put more on the outside, but we're not. We're going to take this brush. This is an Esum T37, and we're going to go into Nightmare, this shade down here. I like this palette that is dark. Oh, look at that. And we're going to just do this here and then turn it the other way and come out that way. That looks messy, but I think we're going to take that light pink. What am I doing? That light pink for transition, so that'll help with over here too. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I feel like I haven't done an eye look in a while, even though I have. I think I'm just unfamiliar with this palette because it has been a while since we used it. So I don't know why this side came out like so wonky and this side is coming out fine. That is so strange. You know what? Because I turned the brush the other way around, a way that I normally don't use it. And we're going to go back in and pack right here. This brush sometimes does make shadow not go on in a way that looks, what's the word? Not cohesive, but it sometimes makes shadows look a little patchy. And it's not the shadow, it's the way the brush is shaped and the way I tap it on. So I like this shape, of course. This side is just rounded and going up here, but we're gonna oh my gosh, y'all. The weather was good today. It's 62 outside and it's a nice breeze. It did rain, but it was a cool rain and it is not humid out. So I have my balcony door open. I can hear the critters out there, crickets, circadians, what do they call them? Them things. But I hear those and I think I hear those mostly. Cicadas, I forget how to pronounce what they're called. Let's see if this will brush off. And no, it's not brushing. Ooh, look at all of this right there. Man, this is the brush we use for highlighter. We have one on Fire Opal from House Labs as highlighter. And so it did cover it up some. So we're just going to do that over here, even though we don't need to as far as fallout, but just to keep it pretty much even as far as where the highlighter is. Wow, that was interesting. Now we're going to take this brush. This is a Scott Barnes number 62, and we're going to go into Sugar Plum, and we're going to use this under the brow. Actually, I think I have the same amount of space under my brows, like for maybe the second time ever. So we're just tapping in straight, tapping off, and we're going to put that up here. Tapping in, straight, tapping off, and it doesn't look like it is on the brush. Maybe it's just blending into my complexion. Okay, I see it now. But yeah, it is just kind of blending in. And we're going to do one of these numbers just to kind of tone that down a little bit, because that side kind of was out of control looking, even though I do like it though. I do like this shade. It's there, not there. I can see that is pink, but I had to go in a couple times to get that. Now I feel like this eye is starting to tear, but not a lot, because sometimes this one in particular, I know, what was I saying? I know what I want to say, but for some reason it won't come out my mouth. This eye tends to tear the most between the two, and I don't know what that's about. I really don't. But I'm thankful that it's just not both of them. We're going to take, do we want to do that? We don't want to do that. I was going to put this first half lower lash line and this second half, but I don't want to do that because this is flaky. Let's do this shade. This is Sleep Paralysis. So let's see what this looks like over here, because maybe we'll just run this all along the bottom lash line. Or I think we're going to take that light blue and put that on the I keep messing up, y'all. I don't know what's happening with me. We're going to take the light blue in here and put that on the first half of the lower lash line. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm trying to figure out why. It may be because I should be just resting, and that was one of my thoughts after 30 minutes of trying with the live stream. I said maybe this day was just supposed to be another rest day, because I did rest very well. The temperature is really nice. It is very good lounging weather, but y'all know we do lives every Monday, and so I thought, you know, maybe I'm just supposed to keep resting, fix a nice dinner and just continue resting. And then I came on and did this look. Now we're going to take in the clouds, this shade here, and that's going to go on the first half of the lower lash line. So that's going to go here. Yeah, that eye's wet. So let me move over to the other side. This does not look like it wants to show up over that black, but we're going to keep packing it anyway. And maybe we'll take that brush we use for transition shade or brow bone shade and use that to buff underneath both of these. I am bringing this down further because it is tearing and it's going to look like it's down further anyway. Like this area right here is where it'll pull up inside that crease, and so I'll just put shadow in there because it's going to look like it's in there anyway. That is really wet. The brush we have for our transition shade, not adding shadow, I don't know if this is going to do anything. This is really wet right here. And one thing I can say is when something gets in my eye, it doesn't stay in there for long because we're taking more of this. Because, oh, look at that nice shiny piece of fallout right there. So since I can see it clearly, that is not helping. Did it? And I see one over here. What I'm going to do is take Radiant Light because that will camouflage fallout. And I knew it was going to be some with this palette because I do remember that shade being flaky. So this is the look, y'all, and I really am liking it. We used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shades out of the 9. That was easy peasy. We're going to edit out, oh shoot, is Radiant Light in my bag? It sure is. And I don't like how dim light looks under my eyes. You know, we're just going to leave it. Yeah, we're just going to leave it. We are going to put on a red eyeliner. We're going to do a lip, and I'm wondering if this will be like, yeah, that'll be way too much. I just touched it to my lip by mistake. Ah, we'll do a black lip. Y'all knew we was going to do that. All right, so we're going to edit out upper lash line liner. I'm wondering if I should just do a black. That's basic though. I got flakes all on my face. And mascara, and then we will be back. This is what we have. We did put on Caviar from MAC. We put on Inglot number 79 on our upper lash line, and it shows up, but then the way it doesn't. But I do like the look of that, and we have on the Lancome Lashy Doll mascara, and this is the look that we have. So let's go ahead and do pictures. Second to the last one. Let me move over this way some. Yeah. And then we're going to hold up the palette, and that will be it for this portion of this video. Thank you for bearing with me with that. Oops. And yes, this eye is tearing very badly. So hang tight, and you will see another look right about now. I'm going to start with Tillamook. The eyes are primed. The face is done. Today is going to be look 12 with Mothership number 10, Moonlit Seduction, look number 12. I'm going to do a look I'm sure I have not done before. We're going to use 2 celestial shades, and then probably this one underneath, maybe this for transition. We'll see. Hourglass number 3. We're going to take Astral Lilac Aura. And so this is going to be very light, very ethereal, because the celestial shades are light and ethereal. And I realized that I don't use the celestial shades a lot when I use the Motherships. And so I said I'm going to use them today. And so if you like light ethereal looks, this look is for you. And even though we just did a look yesterday, I don't remember already like what look we did or what palette I even used. But I'm sure it was bomb. And I'm thinking of doing that bold red lip too with the House Labs Atomic Shaker. So that'll spice up this look. So that's what we have here. And I see a few flakes of fallout, but not a lot. This Fenty primer, y'all. Lower lash lines, inner realms, matte color excess, gel pencil eyeliner, and this is Hellbent. And this is what it is. It's sort of a green type shade. Y'all know I'm not good at describing colors. Taking a clean one, and we're going to go into Blitz Venus. And we're going to put that next to the first shade. Both of these are topper-like shades, as most of the Celestial shades are. And I seldom use them for topping, to be honest with you, because I just don't tend to top shadows. Feels like something just fell into this eye, which is ironic because this eye is closed. So I must have, when I went this way, I might have just went into the eye on my way to my lid. But yeah, something's in this eye. So we're just patting it, patting it on, and it is sticking very well to the primer. And I probably should have put this shade first because it is a lighter tone than that first one. But by the time we move over to, I think that's highlighter. I have my Fire Opal from McGrath Labs. I love that shade. We're going to take a clean one and go into, was I going to do something on the outer corner? I'm wondering if we were going to do this one and just have an all shimmer type lid. That's what I'm wondering. Let's go into this shade. This is Plum Cabaret. And we're just going to put this on the outer portion of the lid. So that'll add a little something. And we're also going to put this on the lower lash line. We're going to pull it out a little bit. I do have some eye primer out here, but probably not enough to do what I wanted to do. But we're going to just tap. And we're going to go straight in so we can get up here. Yeah, oh, that's a nice shape. Now watch the other side be different, of course, because it always just is. So we're going to press this here. We're pressing and feathering inward kind of at the same time. And you'll notice with the first two, I went this way, but for the outer corner, we're going inward instead of outward. You know, I just realized I haven't done outward to inward in a long time. Okay, we're going straight in again so we can feather up here and pull this out here. This looks very rounded. Y'all know my shapes. It's easier, you know what? It's easier doing makeup on other people because I can stand in front of them and look side to side versus trying to see me one side to side. And it probably sounds like it would be the same concept. But for some reason, it may be because I'm not reaching across. Because when I'm in front of them, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully that made sense. In front of them, it's the same angle. Whereas for me, I'm going this way to this way. And that's why they're different. Because of how my reaching is. So we're going to tap straight in again, and we're going to just put some more up here since this side is really rounded. And because of how light that center shade is, this brush, it looks like it's shadow missing, but we are going to overlap a little bit. Oh, that looks pretty. I need to stop acting like I'm so surprised. But you know what? I'd rather be surprised than be arrogant. You know what I mean? That's pretty. This is really pretty. And this again is Blitz Venus, this shade here. If you have this palette, let me know if you've done this combination. If you don't have this palette, let me know if you've done a similar look or if you think you'll try to recreate this look. So that is it for the lid. Very, very light. Oh my gosh. This is the first brush, the first shade, and so we're just bringing it upward a little bit, and then we're going to stop because we're going to take this brush. This is a Scott Barnes number 62, and we're going to go into this shade, which is Rosewood Romantique. And we are, excuse me for shaking here, and we're just going to tap this up here, and this will probably just blend into the outer corner shade, especially over here, but we are putting it up here too. Oh, that's pretty. Oh. I'd be surprised at myself when I hear myself. I'd be like, "Oh, this is really pretty." So it does blend into, excuse me for smacking, the outer corner shade. And I'm not going to do the round thing because it does blend into that shade. So we're just tapping straight in so we can get the point of the brush right here. Raising my brows doesn't really raise the brows because of the Botox for migraine prevention and treatment. And they say don't raise your brows, but I want to get this piece right here, this area right there. So this is pretty. So yeah, this is a look I normally wouldn't do. So we're going to put that brush down, and now we're going to take Fenty 220. Do I still want to do that red under there? We're going to take Plum Cabaret. And we're going to put that underneath. We're going to do a red for upper lash line. So we are going to kind of grunge out this look a little bit, even though it's ethereal. So we have this green liner under here, and then we're putting red on top of it. And for upper lash line, we're going to put a red. I like how that looks. I like how that looks. When I put shadow on my neighbor's lower lash line, she was like, oh, I really like that. I was like, it just does a little something, right? She was like, yeah, that's really pretty. Yeah, she doesn't wear makeup at all, and she was really feeling it that day. I was just like, wow. So that is that. I'll put a little bit more just to bring it down a little bit further, because I like it when it's down a little bit further. So that is it for the shadows. I do see some fallout, but honestly it's blending into Fire Opal. So we used Astral Lilac Aura, first half of the lid, center lid Blitz Venus, outer lid Plum Cabaret, and for lower lash line. And for transition we used Rosewood Romantique. So that was 4 shades we used out of this palette. And I don't know why I always tell y'all like how many shades I use out of a palette. I don't know. But this is what we're going to put on for upper lash line. This is red. This is number 79. We're going to do both the Lancome Cils Boost and the Lancome Definicils. We're going to put this on our lips. We'll be back and everything will be done. This is what we have. We did what we said we were going to do. Y'all, this lip is like pow. And I think it's a good contrast between the eyeshadow look and the lip. Or it may look like the lip is a little too much because the eye is subdued. And so I think for most people, this would have been more appropriate for the eye look than this. But I haven't used this in so long, and I just wanted to use it, and I thought it would bring out the red, but it kind of doesn't for the lower lash line and the upper lash line. So this is what we have. Let's do our pictures really quick. I think I'm too far over, but anyway, so let's do this picture as well. Thank you for bearing with me with that, and I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to eat for lunch. So anyway, thank you so much for being here. Hang tight. You'll see another look coming up right about now. We're going to start with Holiday Cocoa Chapstick. I'm excited today because it is officially fall, and we're going to an island today. So what we're going to be using is Nomad Cosmetics Paradise Islands palette, and I imagine a lot of people will be like, this is great for spring, it's great for summer. Y'all know we do here what we want to do, and so we're going to use this. I have a look written out, and we will be using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shades, unless I counted wrong, from this palette. And I'm excited about the face, and so I'm going to tell you what's on the face, and then as I prime the eye, I will do the intro. And so we use, well, brows, of course, always, the Fenty Brow Pencil, and we have for primer the Pat McGrath primer. And then what did I do? I went into this MAC palette. This one is Studio Fix Conceal and Correct palette, and this is for dark complexions. And I'm excited because I have streamlined my process using this palette. This is under the eye. This is the nose area. We use this for contour, and we use this just here for the cheek area. And I am really digging it. And then we went in with the Pat McGrath foundation I wear, shade M18. It stopped pumping out of here, so it's in an airless pump. So we did that. And then we set the face with Fashion Fair Set It Loose Truly Tawny Powder. Went in with my Haus Labs Deep Level 10 and Medium Level 7 for bronzer and contour. And I can still see the MAC stuff underneath. We went in with Haus Labs Pomelo Peach. That's this shade as blush, and Golden Pyrite Haus Labs for highlight. And then we went around the face with Radiant Light from Hourglass. I was going to say Haus Labs. And then we set the face with Scandinavia, the makeup finishing spray, and it is the bridal formula. And then, I know it's a lot of and thens, and then we did our lower lash line and our inner rums, and we used Matte Color Excess Gel Pencil Eyeliner and Stay the Night. So that is everything on my face, and I think it looks good. I I think it looks good. Let me know what you think. So we're going to go ahead and prime the eye, and I'm going to do the intro. I am just like super excited because trying new things, learning new things, and learning how to use them more. Why am I holding a concealer? And learning how to use them in a more efficient way is exciting to me. And I do have some faces lined up, and so I'm really excited about that as well. I've had some inquiries, and I'm just excited for this entire journey. And as you see, I'm still going to be here doing faces and tutorials. Initially, this video was going to be part of a multi-look, multi-palette video, but because I was so excited about my face, excuse me, I said, you know what, let me just do this separate, and I'll just take you guys to the island for this look. And so that's why we're doing this. And oh yeah, the intro. I almost forgot. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. The crazy, just knowing, is to be, it's okay to be your authentic self, however you are, whether serious, whether goofy, whether whatever, however your personality is, just knowing it's okay to be yourself. And the troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. As you're watching beauty related content, you'll hear you need to use this brand, you need to use this tool, you need to use this technique. And I'm here to tell you, use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you like it, because you set the standard for yourself. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we are about self-acceptance and self-love, embracing our natural features, enhancing them if we want to, when we want to, but never feeling like we have to. So I hope that resonates with you. I would love for you to stay and subscribe and join and all of that good stuff. Again, this is what the palette looks like. Oh, I forgot to tell you, there's two things about me you need to know. I do curse in videos because I curse sometimes, period. We're going to take Sun, this shade here. And there's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches. I do always say, excuse me, whether I think you heard it or not. So when you see me do it, that's something going on in my throat. And I did just eat a huge bowl of pasta. And I said, you know what, let me go ahead and do this look. I did the face while the water was boiling for the pasta. And then I ate, and now we're here. I did have a lip on, and it was gorgeous. But I took that off because I knew it was going to come off anyway, eating pasta. And I'm thinking I might put it back on, but I don't know, because this is going to be a colorful look. But I think I'm going to put Dark Forest on for a lip. This is the Esom V27 brush, and I should know it by heart by now. Now we're going to take Tahiti, which is this shade right here, and we're going to put that on next to Sun. So we're in the Sun in Tahiti. How are you liking this trip so far? I do like this palette. I like the formula of these shadows in this palette. I haven't used it in a long time. When I do these multi-look, multi-palette videos, I think about what have I not used? Because I do want to use everything that I have, and part of me is ready to do it, declutter. And I mentioned it in a live stream. And then I thought, you know what? I can just get rid of stuff as the PAO approaches instead of just getting rid of stuff when it's still good. But at the same time, if I'm not using it, if I'm not really drawn to it, and I'm not saying I'm not drawn to this one, we're overlapping for our blend. I just want less stuff. But I do enjoy what I have, and so I'm kind of caught between, okay, do I just get rid of stuff I haven't used for a while, or I think I'm going to do something. Michelle calls it purgatory. She'll put items in purgatory. Yes, I'm sweating. And I've done, excuse me for smacking, and I've done it before too, where I set stuff aside, and if I realized I didn't miss it, when I happen to see it, I'm like, oh, okay, I can get rid of you because I forgot you were here. Now we're going to take Shark, this blue right here. Excuse me. And so I'm thinking that's what I might do, because I'm realizing, like, my 6-pan palettes, my quints, I haven't been using them. And granted, I was doing that program for a month, and so that was not using a lot of stuff because I was doing assignments for that. And I really didn't miss a lot of things. I missed my powder products for my face, but as far as like eyeshadow palettes and things, there's stuff that's here, and I do really like them, but I don't gravitate to them. And even doing the program, if there was a certain look, I would be like, oh, let me use such and such. But it wasn't like just using it just because I missed it. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes things did call for a particular color story, and I'm like, oh, okay. But I don't want to keep stuff just for that. And honestly, with all of my lethal BYOPs, I have all the colors. And I think I would just be satisfied with, that's pretty, with my lethal BYOPs, because I do have a wide range of colors. No, I don't have like a rainbow palette, but if I need a color, I can find it in my lethal stash. So that is what this is looking like. That blue is nice, and how over here it looks green, but here it looks still green, but more purplish. I mean bluish, I mean, but it does look green down here. And so this is a very different type of look. We're going to do like this in between the center shade and this shade that we just put on, just to get a blend. So we have a lot of different colors going on here. Now we're going to take Ocean, if I can find the Ocean. This is Ocean, this shade here. So we're going to put this on the outer portion of the lid. So we're going to put this here next to Shark. The Shark is going into the Ocean. So we're going to put this here. Yeah, I'm looking at my note. I did write this down. I looked at this yesterday. It is after midnight on the 26th. I slept the 26th away. I did not sleep well. I had a migraine. I had a therapy appointment. I rescheduled that. And unfortunately, his next appointment isn't until like the end of October. And today is September 26th. But he did say, you know, we can do a session by phone. But for me, it's not the same. And there's nothing really major going on right now, since I set my new boundary of not just being around when people want me around, and when they call me for stuff, like either you're going to be in my life or you're not, kind of thing. And I am feeling like a whole lot better having set that boundary for myself. And the thing is I will tell people like how I feel about a certain thing, and if they agree with me that yeah, that's how it is, and they still, you know, keep doing what they're doing, I need to make a change. And so I do feel really good about that. And I will say, switching topics, the weather is playing games with me, because it was like 73, 74, nice breeze. I had my balcony door open, and now it's very humid. It's 77. It's like 60 something outside, but in my apartment it was 77. And I think because it's just so humid outside. And so I put my AC back on, because me and humidity do not really get along. So this is what we have, and we're going to leave that like that. And so I had a feeling too when I turned my AC off that I was going to end up turning it back on, because that happened like a month ago. We had a string of like really nice weather days, and then it was like, no, we're going to be warm again. Now we're going to take Bora Bora, this shade here. This is an Esom, I should know what these are, and the font is in white over the silver, so it's really hard to see. V31, excuse me. And we are just going straight in, because this is just going to go on the first half of our transition, and we're stopping at the end of where the purple is. And this is a there, not there, but if I overdo it, it will look ashy. So I am really just staying on the line so that it doesn't turn ashy, or look ashy, I should say, because it just is what it is. This is, I really do like this palette. I don't know why I haven't used it more. I ran through it and then I sat it aside, and we just did not get back to it. So I said, you know what, let me put this in the mix. And you know what, I could put this with that video and just not do, because I already did 2 looks for a multi-look video, and I could just add this to it and just not do a 4th look. Maybe that's what we'll do, because I have in my calendar what palette to use what day. We're going to take a clean one, and we're going to go into Dolphin, and this is Dolphin right here. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we'll have used 7 shades. So we're going straight in like we did with the other one with Dolphin, just to get it on the tip of the brush. And we're going to take this from where both of those blue shades are, and we're going to go lightly back and forth, because this can turn ashy on me too. And now we're just going to go in small circular motions with this. I thought to use these brushes, these Scott Barnes brushes for transition, but sometimes the color goes more wide than I wanted to, and I wanted to keep it close to the line of where the shadows stop, the lid shades stop. And so that's why I decided this brush. And so we are just feathering this right here. And I think I might, this side down here is looking a little bit ashy, but this side is not. And so we're going in small circular motions just to move that shadow, or to see if we can move the shadow. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just add this, and this will be the first look since we did the intro in it, or maybe I'll put it second, I don't know. We'll put it first. The other ones are fairly short. So I am seeing a little bit of ash. We're gonna go back to the brush that had this corner shade, and we're just going to feather where on top of Dolphin, because it is looking just a tad ashy to me down here. And then we're gonna take the brush that had that other blue on it, and we're not adding more shadow on the brushes, but we are just going over that line. I feel like I need to belch, but I don't. So this is what we have, and this is very nice. Is this something you would wear in the fall season? Let me know. I have a feeling most people wouldn't, but y'all know what we wear. And I do think some of you would, because I got loud. I apologize, because I know some of you do wear whatever all year round. Just like I wear whatever all year round. And so maybe that's not a good question for this portion. And now, why did I pull out 2 brushes for this one? I only need 1. This is that LaRouche brush that I didn't like at first, and then I liked it for lower lash line and pulling out outer corner shadow. And I'm looking for, I don't know how to pronounce it, Huayne, Huayne, and that is this shade. And we're going to put this on lower lash line. I don't know why now I'm thinking of a green, or I thought to do green on lower lash line, because there's more blue in this look than green. I wonder if Sea Queen, I think that would really look nice with this look as well. But, I was going to ask you, like, what lip color should I use? And I'm like, they can't answer me right now. I like lives because I can ask y'all questions and I can read your answers, like, right away. I do love the interaction of live streams. For me, that's the best part, my favorite part. My second favorite part is not having to edit. So this side I came down a little too far, so we're just taking a sponge tip just to wipe off that shadow, and it is coming off because I am sweating. So that lifted off very easily. And so this is what we have. It still looks far. You know what, let me just blow this down more, because also it'll cover my wrinkles. Yeah. Y'all see me sweating? It is horrible. And eating a big bowl of hot pasta didn't help either, to be honest. But, and I don't measure spices. I just dump stuff in. And on the back end, there's a nice kick. Because at first it's like, oh, this is good. And then it's like, ooh, there's spice in there. And I did put some of the Penzeys red and green onion in it. No, the red and green peppers. And I really enjoyed that. And so I was trying to get a feel for which one of the peppers would be my favorite. This Milia that I have right here is it's being disrespectful, because that's what's making the shadow look funny too. I am like seriously sweating. So that is it for the eyeshadow. I do like this look. This piece right here is just irritating, and I don't know, like, it's not going to cover up that bump. I mean, it does, but then it doesn't. So we are going to, what eyeliner do I want to put? This is really pretty. I really like this. I'm thinking, do we want to do a green for upper lash line? Let's do the green for upper lash line. And I'm not going to use dark forest. We're actually just going to use the purple. We're going to do dark purple. We'll do that. And we will be back and everything will be done. I'm also going to put on the Lancome Sills Boost and the Lancome Definisills. And that'll be it. This is what we have. We did go in with dark purple. We did everything else we said we were going to do. This is the green from Inglot, and this is number 86 that we put on our upper lash line. So this is what we have. I said that already. I really dig this look. Let's do our pictures really quick. Another one. That was 2. One more. Actually, this is the one more. I always say that when I do the turns. as if I'm not going to hold up the palette. And I'm trying to cover up the light down here. Let me hold this down this way. Thank you very much for bearing with me with that. Let me know what you think of this look. I am digging it, and this may be it for this video. If it is, thank you for being here. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, join, all of that good stuff, and share. And as always, self-acceptance, self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon. If I had another clip, you'll see me like right now. Today we're using a Bieber palette. This is what it looks like. Face is done, eyes are primed, and I realized something new. So first we're going to go into Rustic, this shade right here, and that's going to go on the majority of our lid. This is an Hourglass number 3 brush, and it's good for all over the lid because it is a wide brush. And so this is what we're doing over here. Let me know if you are still enjoying these videos. If you keep coming back, I would appreciate if you go ahead and subscribe. I am always here, like unbelievably so, but the more the merrier here in the Crazy Troll Nation. And if you would like additional content and to be more in touch with me, joining is the way to do that, as well as commenting down below, because I do reply back to everybody. And so we're feathering the top of this line just to blend it up a little bit. My eyes are primed as usual with the Fenty eyeshadow primer. I like my brows today, y'all. They're almost the same, like on the inside, like this piece right here. So I'm digging that. I have on a new lippy that I cannot mention yet because it has not been released yet. And so, but I put it on in place of chapstick or Tillamook today. Is she cute? It's just a shine. It's just a shine. But I am really enjoying it, and I have others from this brand as well. So this could be just a one and done. If you take it all the way over to the outer corner, this could be your look. Put on a liner if you want to for upper lash line. Speaking of lash line, lower lash line and inner rims, we have one matte color excess, and the shade is Sick Tap Bro, which is a brown. And we're going to take a clean Hourglass number 3 brush and go into Seed, which is this shade here. So this brown down here. So this is very much just an easy monochromatic look, and we're going to place this out here, and we're going to feather it here. I may put a shade for transition. I'm not quite sure yet. So, but we're feathering the top of this to get this going. I appreciate you being here. I do know some of you do like the multi-palette, multi-look videos, and this one is longer than some others because I did that long thing in the last clip, trying new things or whatever it is that I was showing you. And the thing I learned new today is, I tried the new foundation. It's almost my shade, but I did still color correct, and I did still put on concealer. And I realized that with that foundation, and not just that one in particular, but I noticed that using the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, it does react differently to different foundations. When I used it with the Pat foundation, my under eye was fine. With this foundation, my under eyes are looking dry, and I don't remember it. I did notice it before, but I didn't make the connection that it was the primer. And so I know now to just keep in mind what primer I am using with what foundation. And usually with the Pat foundation, I use the Pat primer. The Fenty foundation, I use the Fenty primer. The Estee Lauder foundation, I do use the Milk Hydro Grip. But because my Fenty is done and I didn't want to open a new one yet, I went in with the Hydro Grip Milk Primer with this new foundation. And the one I used today was the Makeup Forever HD Skin, because I wanted to see, was this my shade? Because when I swatched it, it looked almost like the Fenty 335. And it doesn't give as much coverage as the Fenty, but the formula is nice. It's not as thin as the Pat McGrath, which is very serum-like. And we'll see what my face does when I wash it off. Like, is it going to break out, or going to be red, or whatever? I have one in Sigma Blush Situation, bronzer and highlight today. Now we're going to take, I'm looking at my notes. we're going to take Cocoa, which is this brown here, and this is going to go on our lower lash line. So this is very much, you know what, we're going to call this a fall look, because I know people tend to go into certain color stories according to the season, which is irrelevant depending on where you are. Like the look I did yesterday was a tropical look using Paradise Islands, but if you are from any of the islands, that's still what you see outside. You see a multitude of colors versus just, you know, mauves or browns or burgundies, which I've been seeing a lot of lately because of the season. I like this under here on top of that brown gel liner. So that, I like y'all, I be tripping, I know. We're going to take Monroe, this shade here with the Fenty 220, excuse me for smacking. This is not a Fenty 220. This was the Fenty 220. This is a random brush, and whatever it is, it just rubbed off. And I was looking to see if I do want to take this for Tear Duct, because I'm going to wrap it just slightly because this bump right here. So you see how now it looks like it's protruding because we put that shimmery shade there. And so that's why I was hesitant to do this. This side is not as bad. This side is smooth, but there is still a small bump right there. But for my right eye, this eye, it does just make the bump look bigger. And I remember in the classes, she said it looked like fallout. And I'm like, it's just a bump there that when you put something shimmery on it, it just makes it look bigger. And that does not look right at all. So let's try and bring it over some. And that doesn't help it. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back with this brush and we're going to take more of Cocoa. Feels like this eye wants to start tearing. And we're going to put more of Cocoa right there. And once that bump is lit, it does not want to be turned off. It's like, you turn me on, I'm going to stay on. So we're just trying to balance it out. What is this right here? It is like a flake of something on my face. It's wet down here, y'all. This eye is tearing. Oh man. So this is what we have. We're going to take a little bit more Cocoa. I like how this side is wide underneath, but right here, because this is still light, it's not wanting to show up. And also it's wide down here because it's tearing. So the tearing is causing the shadow to travel. But I do like the look of it. I just needed to stop. We're going to take Prairie. This shade here. I was tossed between this one or Tusk for our transition area, but you know what? I'm really liking this look just the way it is. So you know what? We're going to leave it just the way it is. Do we want to do it? Let's just do it anyway. We're going to take Prairie. I'm going to mess this look up. And I know I always encourage y'all to just try new things and do new things. And so that's part of it. It's like, even though I like the look how it is, let's just still do more stuff. Excuse me. And so we're going to now just blend that. And so it doesn't look as light as this just being my skin with the Fenty primer on top. So this does give a little bit of color, and I am going lightly. This is a Scott Barnes number 62, and I chose it because it's tapered, and I can just tap on that line. And then we're going to just go back and just lightly blend. And so I do like this. I'm glad we did this. I'm glad we did that. And so we're going to take a little bit, and we are just going straight, and now I feel it tearing upward. So I need to rush so I can take pictures before it ruins my makeup. That first brush with Rustic, we're just going to pat here because I feel that it's wet and it's about to start creasing. And so because we did that side, we're just going to do this side. So that is it. We used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shades. So this is a very simple, very easy look. We're going to keep it simple. No, we're not. We're going to take Fortune for our upper lash line. Oh, what if we did a yellow? We're going to do yellow for the upper lash line. This is Inglot number 84. Y'all know I got to do something. And it would be sensible. Like, this can be your everyday look for this time of year or any time of year. And you don't have to put on liner if you don't want to for upper lash line. You can just do mascara or not, and this can be your look. And because we're brown today, we're going to use a Sephora collection number 27 Black Cherry, and they did reformulate, and so I don't know if the numbers are still the same, but the shade is described as Black Cherry. So we're going to put this on. We're going to do, I'm really loving these two together, Lancome Sills Boost Mascara Base and Lancome Definitils. And so we're going to put all of this stuff on and come back and the look will be done. This is what we have. We did everything we said we were going to do. I love this look. Let's do our pictures really quick. Two more. Well, meaning those are two. And then this one. And then this one. Let me slide this way in front of the thing and get all the glares off. Thank you for bearing with me with that. Thumbs up if you're still here. Put a brown heart emoji and a black heart emoji because I am loving this look and I am sure this would be somebody's perfect fall look. And I'm glad we added the yellow liner because it breaks it up, and with the lighter liner you can see what the mascara does for the lashes. And I love this lip. I love the cheek situation. I'm going to go on babbling. Thank you for being here. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe and join, comment, and share. And you will see me soon.